morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sandra, and this morning I want to do a flip through of my 2024 Hobonichi Techno Cousin. I don't think I have shown this journal. I'm going to call it a journal because that's what it is. I don't think I've shown any clips of it in 2024. I did do some short videos and some reels of my 2023 Hobonichi. So I've only had two Hobonichi Techno Cousins pretty much my entire life. And I was trying to figure out how to use them. And at first I was, using it kind of like an agenda. I was putting my schedule on the left-hand side and then journaling about my day. And then it slowly turned into just memory keeping. Not really any pictures. I think I might have one picture in there, but more about just like what I did each day and like the highlights of the day. And I thought it was, at the beginning of 2024, I thought it was a nice way to keep the memories alive. And then I thought, well, I already have that for my kids and the kids' journals. And I've also got it in my regular journal and my business journal. So I thought for 2025, I wouldn't not be carrying along a Hobonichi because it's so time consuming. It takes up to half an hour a day to fill in a spread. And I just want to save as much time as I can and be a little bit more productive with my time. So with that being said, I want to do a flip through. Some of the information in here it's personal. Obviously, it's a journal, but I just wanted to show you how it evolved throughout the year and what the spreads look like. There's sometimes I've felt a little bit more decorative. Sometimes I just wrote down, what it was, my highlight of the day. And so I thought it would be kind of neat for me to show you what that looks like. So let's get started. So this cover, I did get the Hobonichi that is like a soft cover, and then I put it in this brown and blue cover, and this is actually from the Hobonichi store from Japan. I got it at the end of 2023 for 2024. And then I got two plastic covers. So this one has all these little designs. So it protects your cloth cover, and then it also adds a design. So I thought it went perfectly with the blue on the inside. I do have some stickers hidden in here, but I haven't actually used these ones. I also had journaling prompts as well. And then I think that's the only thing I had inside. So again, like I said, I didn't really use this as, I did not use it as like a planner because I use my planners for planning. This was more just to capture the moments and ideas. I never used any of the extra spreads. I never used like this is for future planning. I never used that. And then I didn't start it until February, I believe, because I ordered it a little bit late. And so it took a while to come. So January, I never filled in anything. And then this was the first time I got it. So it was February. And so I just thought I would start that way. And as you can see, the months progress a little bit. So I'm just basically writing out a little bit of the highlights of each day. And sometimes I write about the weather, or sometimes I write about my work, or maybe like a special thing that happened. Maybe it's somebody's birthday. So here I didn't write it all. You'll see when we get into the weeklies and the dailies that I didn't, because I never had time. We were at my family reunion. Okay, we had some really beautiful days in summer this year. Okay, so then this is where I started decorating. So October, I was like, why don't I use some washi tape? So it started looking a little cute. And now I'm like, I wish I'd done that for every monthly. But I didn't want to get into the craze of ordering the Hobonichi sticker kits from all the shops, because I realized I was already doing that with my Franklin planner and my Planner Perfect, like Traveler's Notebook. I just didn't feel like it was necessary to decorate all the things. And then I was feeling a little festive, especially towards October, November, and December. So this is Hubman and Chub Girl is what I used to decorate this. And I actually have a video of how we decorated it, so maybe I will post that for you. Okay, so then the same thing, I didn't fill in January. Obviously, we're not there yet, but I'm not going to be filling in January or February or March. And then we get into the weeks. So again, this is, it's very hard for me to time block. And this is what I would have used this schedule for if I had used a Hobonichi as a planner. is I would have used it as a time block. So what I did do is I'd go back the previous day and fill in actually what happened. Okay, so I always highlighted the weather at the top, and then I just like showed what I did throughout the day. So a lot of it was, you know, most of it was working during the middle of the day from like 10 to 3 is my like prime work time, other than like 5 to 7. And a lot of times I slept in. I've been, you know, kind of keeping track of what I did and what I didn't do, and I did actually sleep in quite a bit. So as we go through, you can see that. And again, I didn't decorate these pages at all. I kept them really, really mundane. And the dailies are really where I used a lot of stickers and a lot of different lettering too, to kind of spruce the pages up. Okay, we're getting into springtime here. So it's starting to rain. Having our first thunderstorm. It was, I think it was May 26th was our first thunderstorm of the year. And then here I had a big boo-boo. I was trying to use my fountain pens, so it didn't work out so well for me. Okay, and this is the heat of the summer. So I'm trying to look at the temperature. So here it got to 35 one day, 35 degrees Celsius. Here it was 34. Okay, and then this was, I think I changed pens here. That's why it's a little bit of darker ink. We're getting into the first of school. So this is when school started, and I would wake up every morning to take my son to school. And I was testing my fountain pen there. This was getting into fall, into October. So obviously you can see the temperatures dropped down to like -1. We had a couple of nice days in November. It was a high of 14 and 15, which was crazy to me. Okay, and then we had a little bit of a chill. So I think it got down to like -20 something. And now we're sitting at the end of December. And I'm filming this video on the 29th. So I've got 2 days left to the end of the year. So I thought it was perfect to film now. Okay. So now we're going to get into the days. So what I did is I used these Erin Condren labels from Amazon. I don't know if you can buy the colored ones anymore, but I'll link the black ones, or the colored if I can find them. But I love those for this year. Although I found when I put my pen in here and I would close the book, they would get wrecked. So that was the only downfall of those. Okay, so like I said, the first little bit of January I never touched, and then I started February. So this was the first one. I used a lot of washi tape. That was one of the first things that I really enjoyed to do. And so sometimes I used it as like a journaling part, and then sometimes I used it as a task list. And I loved using different fonts to make it pretty. And you'll also notice I stuck to a theme. So all of February was pink for Valentine's. This one didn't even have washi tape on it. But yeah, I definitely stuck to my themes. So as you'll recall, if you watched my planning videos, I kind of stuck to a theme with my planners and my my journals, especially this journal. So February was pink, and I made a whole bunch of pink planner charms, and I did planner stickers. March was purple, and I did a purple month in my planner and creating charms and stickers. And I really liked using the washi tape, but by the end of this journal, it's so thick and it's absolutely ridiculous that it's getting really difficult to write in. But I think my favorite part looking back on these pages is probably the different fonts that I used. I enjoyed using, I didn't use color, and I do have lots of colored brush pens. Now, April was celestial themed. That was when I used my my purple Plumeria vintage Aurora. But yeah, I had fun with the fonts. Sometimes I would use brush pen like here, and it would always be black because I just felt like it was the easiest to use. I always had a black pen on hand. And the other thing too, I would always change up how I wrote on the page. So sometimes it would be like task list here, journaling here, and then other times I would journal like 2 skinny columns. But even here, you'll notice how my journaling changed like crazy from the beginning of this book to the end. So this was May, and we did a butterfly theme. And this was the one where I had pictures, because this was my daughter's birthday. This is when she turned 4. Because her birthday is May 1st. And so like, as you can see, I like would highlight the main things of the day. So if it was like a really beautiful day, if we took a road trip, you know, just all of the things. Sometimes if I didn't have anything else to write about, I would like do an evening reflection. Sometimes I enjoyed using stickers. I'd use a lot of Coffee Monster Co. or Once More with Love stickers. Okay, and then for June, I did a rainbow theme. This is probably one of my favorites. I just loved everything about the entire month of June. It was amazing. And this is, again, issues with my fountain pen. Because I thought, let me try fountain pen in my Hobonichi. And while it does work, it does shadow quite a bit. But at the same time, I don't know, it's something interesting to read or to write on like Hobonichi paper. So here I was reading the books by Anne Rice, Lasher. Those are very difficult books to get through, but it turned into a TV show. Okay, and then we get into July. So July was my tropical rainforest theme, and I used all of my pretty washi tape that I had. I think this is like one of my favorite months as well. I had a lot of favorites, so just going back and looking at all of this is quite interesting to me. I remember I did some of this in Vancouver too when we were there. Yeah. Okay, and then we get into August. So August was like an Egyptian theme. And then I didn't have any Egyptian washi tape, so I just used like random washi tape. And then here was when we went to my family reunion. I did not have time to journal. So these were the only days that I didn't write in my Hobonichi. And this is when I started reading It Ends With Us and It Begins With Us, those books. The movie with Blake Lively. Okay, and I feel like this is when I started changing my the way I journaled, and you're going to see it here. It's going to look quite different over the next little bit. Like it ended up being more like this, I think. I got into a slump where I just like wrote out stuff on the, and then journaled right underneath of it. Okay, then we get into September. September was supposed to be steampunk themed. There's one more picture. And pretty much from here on out, I really enjoyed the way I was writing my headers. And like, I don't know, just the way I journaled. I really enjoyed this part. And the pages are all crinkly. I love the way that sounds. I also stopped writing a schedule over here. I just started journaling there. Okay, October was a coffee theme. I really went to town with the coffee stickers here. Okay, and then towards the end of October, I think my goal was to use up my stickers. I had purchased these stickers on Etsy. They were a digital download, and then I printed them myself on clear matte paper. And then so I wanted to use them up before the end of the month. So sometimes you'll see that happens where I get like sticker heavy towards the end of the month. Okay, then we get into November. So November was completely fall themed. This was my first, I think October, November was when I first started getting Cocoa Daisy. And so I think mostly in here I used my Planner's Anonymous stuff. But this is kind of like my favorite way that I journaled. I really enjoyed what this looked like, and I paid extra attention to the titles. There's a little planner and the fonts and stuff. Okay, and I do have some Cocoa Daisy things in here. Okay, and then we see again, it's getting sticker heavy because I was trying to use up all my stickers. Then we get into December. So December again was completely red and green Christmas, like I loved so much. And I used random stickers, but I had Planner's Anonymous, I had Cocoa Daisy, I had Planner Perfect. I used some of the washi tape there. I used Hubman and Chub Girl. And there's Cocoa Daisy. Yeah, I really went to town because I had a lot of stickers to use. And I like the way this looks. I liked adding the stickers first and then journaling around. It was kind of nice. And then this month, and this is my new washi from Simply Gilded, this month I ended up getting less stickers towards the end of the month because I was running out because I had used so many. Okay, and then we get to today, you guys. So this is the end of my Hobonichi flip through. So I only have tomorrow, and I've got the 31st, and that is it for the year, and we'll be done my Hobonichi. So thank you guys for watching this flip through. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new, I would love if you would consider subscribing, click on the bell button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.